This castle is underwater. The depth of this water has risen greatly, and there's going to be a lot of rain. A lot of rain is coming. We will get to the unpacking of it all from a personal balance, spiritual harmony that you have to try to keep in the big picture of what's happening. Hi, thanks for coming and joining me today. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notifications bell and then you will know about my next video. Alright, let's get on with it. Here's the reading. So today we are talking about the upcoming events that are affecting us humans on the planet and the status quo for the planet. So here we go. I am using a very nice deck. I really enjoy shuffling. It's great to shuffle the Elemental Oracle today. So the first card to come out is Volcanoes. Now that guides have been talking to me, I also very strongly resonate with and am supported by Mother Mary and Archangel Gabriel working together. They have been working with me since the beginning of my birth on this life on the planet, and they are very strongly with us all as they are multidimensional beings. They can help us all. Volcanoes is the issue at hand. Okay, what else have we got? You like those ones? Yes, please, they said. Mountains. Okay. The lake. Rain. And music. These are the 5 pivotal cards for our reading today that we will break down and discuss and bring forward the details of how this is for the collective on the planet, for the status quo of the planet today. This is a topic of volcanoes erupting, people needing to go to the mountains because what was once dry land is going to be, for some people, more like an ocean. They're bringing me to this card, the lake, depth, lake. It's talking about the depth of what's going to happen. Now, you can see here in this image, which I will show you in close-up. You may see it now. I've probably got it up now as I'm talking. This castle is underwater. The depth of this water has risen greatly, and there's going to be a lot of rain. A lot of rain is coming. Now, we will get to the unpacking of it all from a personal balance, spiritual harmony that you have to try to keep in the big picture of what's happening. Ooh. So there's going to be some eruptions. The volcano is to do with earth eruptions that create a lot of rain and rising waters. And the recommendation is to find comfort. I just realized, for the very first time I've realized on this mountain, clarity, it's clarity and mountain. It has a girl asleep in the snow, and I've never realized that before. So isn't that interesting? So I only notice things as I go through readings. Okay, volcano. What's the card that comes with volcano that sits underneath it is darkness and moon. Then we're going to put down some cards and break it down for you. Gravity, groundedness is the next card. It's going to be a delight bringing these cards up for you to look at close because some of them are very beautiful. Comfort, hearth. And we've got endurance, rock. Okay? Endurance and rock comes underneath, what's that word? Yeah, I know, I've seen it before. It is fecundity, which means rain. So that comes under it. And what that means is it's going to be a lot, and it's going to go for a long time. There's going to be a lot of rain. Yes, it is. Okay, what else have we got here? I'm ready for the next one. They want me to talk about the volcanoes and moon. Darkness. Oh. There's going to be some effects from the geological processes that are at play and from the greater solar system nature of things. This is including our sun. There's going to be darkness. There's going to be a little bit of darkness, and we're going to feel dark. We're going to feel afraid, upset, concerned. And people all over the world will feel such effects of what's happening in our world, because you won't know when the next thing is going to happen and where it's going to happen. Yes, and we've got oceans, bravery, ocean. That's right. We've got a fair bit of water. People's homes are going to go under. We've got some more have come forward here. Okay, yes, south, adventure. And this is actually, it looks a bit like a space port coming forward. So it's, sometimes when I've used this card, it looks like a helmet of someone's spacesuit. But it's actually like out in space, you can see the universe and nebulas behind, and someone is walking into that with an umbrella, into that zone of what could be a swirling energy storm of some sort. That's what they're saying, energy storm. So an energy storm is coming, and it's to do with, it has got something to do with the lunar cycle. So we have a lunar cycle happening right now, and I can't say this lunar cycle and the next lunar cycle. I'm not getting a particular lunar cycle, but within the effects of the moon, the effects of the moon. The effects of the moon on our magnetosphere, I think that's what it's called for the planet, bring a lot more energy pouring down. Oh, if you want to know more about that, you can look at Stephen Burns on YouTube. He's a wonderful geophysicist who talks about these things. I'm not a geophysicist, but through the, see, I'm getting here, the moon and all this light coming off it. And that's like the moon in our electromagnetic energy field, and it runs off us like a tail as we travel through space. The moon moves into it, and as it goes through its cycle and goes into it, and we get a full moon, it draws down energy from the space weather around. The electromagnetic shifts within that field allow for an avenue for energy to come down to the earth, to the lower level where we live and we act and we are here, and our bodies receive that energy too. When the moon cycle changes, more activity will come, and we will be adventuring through space and receiving from space new circling, spiraling energy weather from the sun. We need to travel, as we travel through space, we need to consider traveling to higher ground to find our peace. And here we have a bunch of animals. We have a girl who's been lifted. She's on the planet. The planet is moving through space, and all the planet's animals are looking at her. And there's all this spiraling energy, and the other planets in our solar system are there. And we will find peace and security in higher ground. For some, their world will go underwater. For some, the home that was their comfort base and security will now be a new place. Needs to be a new place. For the rain will come down on the earth, and she needs to rinse and cleanse. She needs to release energy, and she is the quiet equal pose of releasing energy. This energy she's releasing through volcanoes, through a great rift. Her great mountains won't be disturbed. There will be places on the earth where the continental plates meet and they will erupt. And this will be enduring change for us on the earth. The music is her stretching, her joy of releasing energy that does not suit her anymore. And once again, there's a moon in the background. The moon's transit through the magnetosphere of the planet is an important element in this process of exciting the energies of the earth and tipping her energy field, so that it will enrich and gather much energy from the sun's solar outbursts, which are imminent and prevalent at the moment. She gathers energy. Energy comes pouring into her through the breaks in the magnetosphere created by the moon that circles the planet as it moves into the tail of our energetic field, the magnetosphere of the planet. She breaks in and makes a channel through, and this energy comes pouring into the planet. Okay. That is why the solar cycles are a part of this greater energy, greater effect of volcanic activity. And with the volcanic activity comes the flow-on effect within the planet. Much rain will come because something to do with this volcanic activity will change the atmospheric conditions to create more condensation, precipitation, more rain. Waters will rise. Places that we have known in our modern civilization will go underwater. This is a shift that will remain. The new life will have to begin. The old one will be underwater. The old home, the old hearth, the hearth, will be underwater. Where we took comfort will be underwater. Fluidity. Outer core. The outer core is moving. This is what is happening, and we are all going to be dealing with much water. Water is the major issue for us in this situation. There's this water all through this. We start with fire, and it creates, the volcanoes create an atmospheric change, and there is much water. There is so much energy coming from the sun in through our magnetic field and coming through our radiation belts, which are loaded with energy, which gets pulled through as the moon breaks the magnetosphere. It just gets siphoned down and sucked into the earth. The energy builds up in the planet, and boom, she bursts. And she needs to do it. She is releasing the old world, ready for growing the new. Even though there's lots of rain, you see all the plants and flowers happening and the new growth happening around this earth tree being. We can think of that as Mother Earth. So, more dark matter. So there will be some darkness coming with this whole process. There will be some darkness. There will be darkness. In that dark time, we will be able to engage with ourselves more deeply, be more authentic to ourselves and find ourselves. And we must reach in and find our authentic selves of humanity, who we are. We will be in a position where we don't engage with the outer world and all these constructs of YouTube, the internet, the processes of work, the processes of manufacture and industry, the processes of war and governance. All of this will be blocked. This is going to be blocked. by this massive process that is coming. And it'll be as if we are stripped bare of the constructs of society that we have been trying to survive with and fit in with, that has made our lives feel most ingenuine to us as humans. Our life is shallow, and our life will no longer be able to be shallow. Once this event happens, we will have to come back to the bare human within. Pressure. Transmutation. This is what will transmute us. This has to happen. The pressure must fall upon humanity to help its transmutation into the more deeply in contact version of itself, of ourselves. So as much as we don't like it and it's distressing, and some may be in fear of it, the pressure will be applied to humanity to help humanity release all that is only a construct of the mind and society, and let it go and come back to you. In touch with nature, because that's all you're going to have left, is the natural world. And some services in society, but what you thought you had to work toward, the rules you had to live by, they are about to change greatly. Out of space, there's like this swirling light energy around this girl, and all these butterflies of metamorphosis happening. Out of the darkness of all of this is the metamorphosis of you, of each individual of us. This girl in this gravity picture, she's been carried by butterflies, held up by butterflies on the earth. The world is changing, the new earth is awakening. The sleeping giant of our Mother Earth is waking up for sure. Oh, I just picked this card. This is the last card that they have turned. Earth, home, our home. And can you see the waves wrapping around this woman? Be at peace and find oneness with the planet. That is the message for your response to all of this. Endure, be enduring. Know that you can do this. But you do need to understand there is rain coming, there is change coming, and a new positioning of yourself, repositioning of you and your family. That's what they're saying. Reposition yourself. Don't hug the coast, because it's the collateral damage area for this great shift that the earth is going through. Oh, I must have a little, excuse me, tea and clear my throat. This is because of the reading. I actually find I've been procrastinating and avoiding this reading. I find being the bearer of bad news rather tough. So, but they said, you're just going to have to do it, because they don't let me forget this is what's happening. They make sure I know what's going on. It's like we're in a pressure cooker. You and I, us all, we're in a pressure cooker. It's like we've got these little creatures, and somebody's got little creatures, and they've got them in this sealed environment, and they're living in there, but it's getting very, very hot in this sealed environment, and it's getting too hot, and some of them are collapsing and fading away and passing away and not surviving this overheating of this sealed environment they're in. And I've had a couple of dreams about this already. So they're letting me know this is what you and I, all of us, are going through. We're going through the cooking pot. The cooking, it's like a steaming pot or something. Breathe. Yeah, this card is reflecting what I've just said. So here we have breathe. In the back we have a picture of some pipes coming off what could be the heart and letting off steam And this person who feels wrapped and confined in in a body sheet that's got her caught, but she's trying to get out of it, and she's letting steam out from her eye. Excuse me while I just dismiss an alarm. Okay, and letting off steam, and in the back is this like hot sky, like it's really hard work, it's really hot. That's what I just said. It's really hot, and it's hard to handle this, hard to get through. And on top of feeling like that, we are going to deal with a lot of rain. Desert. This is solitariness. Solitariness, desert. Sorry, I don't have the best eyes anymore. A growth, plants, and cave, protection. Hi, this is a good time to click that like button. If you like this content and you want to see it improve and grow, give me a thumbs up. And if you really like it, you can subscribe. Thanks. So, these 3 cards are saying, this describes what I've just said, okay? So, these 3 cards are saying, it's up to you to find your way through this scenario as a human. I have other videos where I've talked about the fact that we're like going through a funnel of change. It's a transition. It's a transition to a new way of living, feeling, thinking, and being. And it's like we're squeezing through a channel. We can't take all the crap with us. We can't take all the shallow constructs about them and us. My well-being is more important than anybody else's well-being. We can't design and defer importance about others and say, well, there's reasons why they don't matter. There's reasons why I don't have to care. There's reasons why I don't have to be compassionate, because every time you do that, you're doing it to yourself. And you are going to be on your own making this transition and owning you, who and what you are and how you live. And you have to, in order to get through this, find something deeper than the shallow construct that our society has put upon us. We shouldn't give ourselves a hard time. It's the world, this harsh dog-eat-dog mentality of our world. We have to know, is that really how we wish to carry out our life and conduct our life? Ideally, how would you like it to be if you forget the constructs you're forced to work within? Find it, search for it, and become earthed and ground yourself in it. There is a new earth coming. There is a new world, a new life. It's not coming to us, it's coming from us. We are allowing, we are growing, we are manufacturing it, whether we like it or not. Hence the pressure, hence the shift. We are going to transition, whether we like it or not. We're going to transition to something more unified, more realistic, more connected to our world. Whereas we have been so mentally forced into disconnection that we have not been the full, authentic version of a human. And we need to ground ourselves to the earth's energy for protection. We need to ground. I'm seriously meaning, get out, take your shoes off, sit on the grass for at least half an hour and let your energies clear through, and you will feel better. You will think clearer. You will see the better view of what's coming, and you will find goodness in the darkness. You will find light in the darkness, and you will find the transcendence in the darkness. Transcendence is what this is about. Attachment to the world we've had, let's face it, it's a pretty sucky world, isn't the way forward. allowing to flow with the transition is. And providence will bring you prosperity. They just said that. Providence. This is providence. This is the providence of growth, expansion, and you being free to find the real you. I think that's it. That's pretty amazing. And I thank the guides for using these cards to deliver it so succinctly and demonstrating what they mean. I hope you understood this. I hope it works for you. I noticed, I watched, because they talk to me about this stuff all the time, along with other things. I noticed that there is a lot more volcanic energy, a lot more earthquakes, and we are building up to something. So the cycles of the sun's flares and the sunspots and the whole solar weather that comes towards us, as we have a diminishing magnetic field at the moment. It must be like 20% now. It's like 20% reduced from what it once was when I was a young girl. Those changes, along with the moon traveling through the magnetosphere and opening up a channel for a lot of energy to come through into our direct earth, down to the ground. So get yourself earthing with her, because you can release energy. And the other thing to remember is that all the space weather energy that we didn't used to get, but we do now because of the thinning magnetic field, comes through and it hits you physically. And it can hit you in a lot of ways, but you know what's different for you. You know what's harder for you, or more energized for you, or you could be exhausted and depleted. Depends on your makeup. Sitting out and earthing on the ground for at least half an hour, longer is better, will totally revitalize you. And things like sore feet, sore knees, sore legs, sore back, headaches, feeling fluey. You can get a space weather flu effect from these flares. All sorts of things that can affect you, all will feel better once you ground, because what you're doing is releasing the excessive energy that got into your body, that you've taken in through the sun's radiance of the multiple layers of different kinds of energy into your body, will be released out into the earth. Okay, if you can't get down to the earth, do it through intention, and that's just as good. It's pretty good. It's not quite as good, but it's pretty good. Okay, we would like to say that we have the guides saying they have love and compassion for you, and they are here for you. They understand your plight and your situation. They want you to know that there are ways you can get through this with love, light, and caring. You can do this and grow to be a magnificent human that you are. You can feel good about yourself through the whole process. They said you just have to be more aware of what's happening on the earth. Pay attention and check it out. They're saying look for the signs. See and find out the news in regard to what's happening with volcanoes, with earthquakes, with water events, with storms, with rain, and learn about how it works so that you can validate it and back it up in your own mind. They're saying be an investigator, be proactive, be the one who owns your path, your journey. They said be the one who owns your journey, and you can manifest through and navigate this. Ask for assistance and guidance. Your personal guides are all aware and in tune, and they are able to help you to find what you need and to help you find calm. Connect to the earth and let her take all that energy that's running into you from the sun and take it away and relieve your physical being and give you relief. All right, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your attention. It's all for you anyway. My guides appreciate your paying attention, because what we do for ourselves, we do for the planet. We are part of a unity field of consensus. The more people who are self-aware and conscious of what's happening in themselves and become consciously aware of how to proactively take care of themselves, then they are doing that for the whole planet when they do it for themselves. Do not be a sleeping walker. Be a person walking with their eyes open. That's what they said. All right. We thank you very much. This is a message from Archangel Gabriel. A big group of archangels. This is the message from the archangels. Now, this is important. This is coming, and it is a divinely instigated event for cleansing and clearing the earth of all the negative energy that has enslaved humanity, whether you know it is or not. It has been, they said, and this is clearing the energy that stopped you being the fullness of who you are. And the earth needs to let it go, and this is how she does it. So while she's clearing house, get out of the way. While Mother sweeps the floor, go upstairs, darling. Get out of the way and just come back later when she's finished clearing house. That's a good analogy. Okay, all right. Thank you. It would help this video get to more people if you wish to give it a thumbs up and comment, and if you wish to subscribe or share it. That gets the message out. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you next time.